Donde está Leo Messi? Messi, go home. I know, because y'all lost. When Mexico lost, it wasn't a good time. Oh, but y'all lost the World Cup.
Habla español, mexicano, habla español.
La casa, Messi. Messi está ganando. ¿Dónde está Leo Messi?
Hace rato, dale, anda. Dale, chao.
¿Dónde está Leo Messi? La casa. Why are you pushing me, bro? Are you with me, bro? You with me?
I'm going for Argentina, though.
Oh, you going for Argentina? Fuck, I don't fuck with you. You're opposite. Why you, hey, next time don't push me.
Yo, don't be serious.
I'm black?
I'm fucking not you.
Man, where all my Argentinians at? Well, they probably not watching my videos because they're racist as hell. Now, I Show Speed found this out as he was covering a game between Argentina and Egypt. He had a problem. Now, I want you to listen to this next part closely. Speed is a big Cristiano Ronaldo fan, and because of the whole Messi versus Ronaldo thing, he does not root for Messi. Messi is from Argentina. So when Speed watches the Argentina games, he roots for the other team. So during the Argentina versus Egypt game, Speed is making gestures at Messi like miss, 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 miss. An Argentina fan starts making monkey gestures at Speed in response, prompting FIFA to do an investigation into Argentina's fans, because this wasn't the only time Argentinian fans had done this. They were screaming, go cry at a zoo to Speed. They were screaming, go home. This fan in particular, that's her right there. She was screaming, N-word, go home to Speed. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Why is Argentina so comfortable doing this type of stuff on live TV? Mind you, this is level 10 racism. They not embarrassed about this. They saying, nah, we just doing what we do. Because here's where things start to get wicked. Argentina is quite the unique country. Because of the slave trade, South America has a large African descent population. Argentina, about 2%. Their population is largely of European descent. How did that happen? Well, Argentina used to have a large African descent population, around 30% in the 1700s, but they looked around and they said, it's a little too black for me. So they got rid of their black people by putting them on the front lines of wars and just overall terrible things, but not without stealing their dances like the tango and all that. Yeah, that's an African dance. And you know how much work you got to put in to get rid of 30% of your population? For reference, the United States is around 13% black. Well, Argentina had about triple the amount of black people and actively got rid of them. But then they replaced that black population with Europeans like Italians, Spaniards, but it does not stop there. Because since they replaced that black population with Europeans and they have a lot of European descent, they consider themselves Europeans. They basically started saying comments like, we're the Europe of South America, like we basically European. All the countries around them started looking at them some type of way. They're like, okay, like what you trying to say? Argentina looked at each other and said, what did he say? No comprende. One of their politicians quite literally said, and I'm gonna read it for you. Brazilians came from the jungle, Mexicans came from the Indians, but we Argentinians came from ships, meaning we came from Europe. So they have a pretty bad reputation amongst Latin countries in general. So you could probably see how their history has shaped their mindsets into thinking that something like this is so acceptable. Boy, I was looking at the comments to see at least one or two Argentinians come out and say, you look, man, that dude was wrong for that. But it was the Argentinians versus the world. Basically, Argentinians was talking about so Speed could just wear the jersey from another country and we can't, like, you know, do what we was doing. Everybody said, what was you doing? I was like, we just saying, bro, like, it's like, y'all gotta see both sides for real. And no, not all Argentinians are racist. Their history has just seemed to make for a perfect society of a systematic racist storm.
España, 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 huh?
Muslim, you with woman. Muslim.
You fucked up off of coke, bro. Back up, bro. Back up, bro. You fucked up off of coke, bro. Get out of my face, bro. Get out of my face, bro. Get out of my face, bro. Back up, bro.
We have a new update with the Argentina woman who mocked I Show Speed racially. Watch. Okay, so if you somehow haven't heard the viral news by now about all the Argentina fans and how they've been treating I Show Speed, and especially this lady in particular has gone absolutely viral for saying some things that I cannot repeat here on TikTok, but let me say they are not good. It got so bad that people were trying to figure out who she was and what she does and where she's from and all these sorts of things, and even FIFA themselves have permanently banned her from ever attending a World Cup event. Now, allegedly, after a lot of people were trying to figure out who she was, they finally found her Instagram page and all of her other social media accounts. She then decided to delete everything except her Instagram, where she made it private. A lot of people are saying that she should be held accountable since she hasn't come out with an official apology or tried to explain her side of the story or anything like that. She's just gone silent. Now, IShowSpeed has yet to make any statement towards this, even though he knows kind of what's going on. But it's going to be very interesting to see if she actually does come out with a statement.
If you are a person of color supporting Argentina at this World Cup, you need to lock in and pattern up. I don't care if you're black, my skin tone, brown, whatever. If you are a person of color, if you are not a white European, you need to lock in if you are supporting Argentina. This is one of the most racist groups of players in the world. Do we all just forget about what they did in 2024? What they chanted on the bus, including Messi, who was there as the captain, and let it happen, and watch as they posted it online. And for all you Messi fans, are we forgetting what Messi called an ex-Real Madrid player, Drenthe, while he was still playing at Real Madrid? Are we forgetting what their fan base called Speed, called Cape Verde fans, and did to Egyptian fans after their games against them? Are we forgetting all of this? The FA has not condemned this, by the way, the Argentina Football Association. If you are a person of color, of any color, and you are supporting this disgusting behavior by supporting the Argentinian national team, you need to lock in. I don't care if Messi's your idol. I don't care if he's your GOAT. You need to lock in.
Why does everybody think that we're racist? We're not racist.
Because you guys are.
No, we're not. That's media propaganda.
Oh, that's propaganda,
yes.
right?
Yes, we're not racist.
So if I open this door, it's going to be
we're not racist
right?
at all.
All right.
I have a banana for you. I have a banana for you. Look, black monkey, here's a banana. Black.
That's propaganda, right?
Oh, come on.
That's propaganda, right?
It's not all of us.
Girl, did you know that Messi's team has quite the reputation for being racist as hell? Just a couple days ago at the World Cup, Speed, one of the most famous streamers on earth, if you've never seen him before, was literally getting berated by Argentina fans and getting told to go cry at the zoo. Wonder what they mean by that. And allegedly, they were calling him a Negro. And it's not abnormal for Argentina fans. I'm zooming in on her because she was really going hard. So y'all can see her face. But it's not abnormal for Argentina fans to be doing racist shit, like making monkey noises at black players and doing racist chants. And like, don't listen to me because I know how y'all get. Go look it up yourselves. And it's not just the fans either. Enzo Fernandez, after winning the Copa America 2 years ago with Argentina, went live on the bus. And why were him and his teammates doing a racist chant about the French team and their black players being of African descent but playing for France? They're making fun of them for being black. And before you say I'm reaching, his own black teammate from Chelsea came out and posted that it was uninhibited racism. So this is when you start asking yourself, why does it seem like every other Latin American country has beef with Argentina? Why does it always seem like Argentina is at the center of a racist scandal? If you look at Argentina today, you'd be like, there's not a lot of black people there, especially in comparison to other Latin American countries where there are a lot of Afro-Latinos, right? Well, in the 1800s, Buenos Aires was about a third black. So you can't say that there were never any black people. So what happened to us? Us as in black people, but in Argentina. I'm not from Argentina. Y'all get what I'm saying. So what happened to black people in Argentina? I'm gonna give it to you straight because this is a history class. They sent black men to fight in wars so that they would die. They sent black men to die in war, literally, the government. Again, look that up. I'm not making this up. And then a disease outbreak obviously disproportionately affected poor black neighborhoods, literally wiped out poor black neighborhoods. And on top of that, the cherry on top, they invited a bunch of European immigrants to Argentina to literally whiten up the population and stopped counting black people in their censuses. They just ignored the black population altogether. They erased their black population like they never even existed. So of course you push that narrative for 100 years and they're like, well, we're basically Europe. We don't have black people, so there is no racism. And that's the problem. And then if you look at a country like Brazil that has major beef with Argentina, it's no mistake that Brazil got more enslaved Africans than any country on earth. So when they tried that whitening up Brazil shit, there were too many black people for that to even work. Same continent, same era, completely different outcome. So yeah, while this is one of the most popular teams in the World Cup, and I'm probably going to get jumped for making this video, I can't not think about this every time I watch them. So I gotta root for whoever they're playing against. My bad.
Whenever you tell somebody that Argentina is racist, they say, oh, don't bring politics into football. This is not simply politics. That country hates you. All the brown or black people who celebrated Argentina's win today, go try and do that in Argentina. What do you think will happen to you? Do you not feel a bit of shame that you're supporting a country that hates you? And it's not like the players are innocent. After they won Copa America, all the players got in their bus and they sung a racist song about the French national team, singing his mom is from Cameroon, but he has a French citizenship, making fun of them because they're black, but they play in France. We just saw a Paraguayan senator say the same thing about Kylian Mbappe, and everybody gave her backlash for it, rightfully so. But when a whole national team does it, we're supposed to turn a blind eye? We're supposed to not bring politics into football? And we saw videos today from the stadium of Argentina fans throwing beer on the Muslim fans. Alcohol is forbidden in Islam, by the way, and they threw beer on Muslims after scoring a goal against their country. And we even saw fans in the stadium holding a different blue and white flag, but not their own. If you know, you know. And we know that their best player also flew to that blue and white country and bowed to that wall. And he was chilling with the big Yahoo. You can call it a peace tour all you want, but where's the peace in that? Where's the peace in chilling with that guy and going to that wall? Someone please explain it to me. The dots aren't connecting. Today I saw many Africans, Arabs, Muslims who were cheering for Argentina over Egypt. Do you not have any shame? These guys are our brothers. Not only that, they lifted the Palestinian flag after their last win. And instead of supporting them, you were supporting a racist country where if you walked in the streets, you'd probably be spit on. Bro, have some shame.
Fuck you, Messi, and fuck you, Argentina. Fuck you, FIFA. This game was a perfect example of institutional racism. If this isn't you have to be twice as good for half the credit, I don't know what the fuck is. Y'all won on a fucking technicality and you know it. You robbed Egypt of that goal. Your 2 goals were shot inbounds and you fucking know it. And when you did, Egypt didn't say shit. And yellow cards for the brown guy tapping some white guy on the shoulder? Fuck you. So Messi can shove as many brown people as he wants, right? And fuck you too, you little mayonnaise mouth rep. I wonder if Hugo Boss has made the ref uniforms. The whole world saw you. Okay, we saw you. You played those guys on any other stage, you would have lost, and you know it. Proud moment for the Oma, though, for real.
Why is Argentina renowned for racism? Because it's gotten so bad to the point where it's becoming even normal for kids to do it. Long story short, Argentina wanted to be seen as more European. Why? Romanticism, which was seen as a sign of progress, a sign of creativity, and a sign of more freedom of expression. In Argentina, this was mainly led by thinkers such as Domingo Faustino Sarmiento and Juan Bautista Alberti, who somehow looks like Abraham Lincoln here, but anyways. They were key figures in Argentina to basically say that civilization was needed and European immigration had to be at the heart of it. This also meant that the indigenous people of the land were seen as barbaric and no good for civilization. This caused the conquest of the desert in the 1880s, where the Argentine state, led by Julio Argentino Roca, pretty much drove out all of the indigenous people of the Patagonia territory at the time, thereby establishing more immigration to Argentina from Europe. Now, bear in mind that this is in the 1800s leading into the 1900s, so a lot of the immigrants there are naturally white, especially from the likes of Spain and Italy, which has been going on for centuries. So naturally, because of how much Argentina favored European immigration, they were a lot more scornful towards black people. And let's just say that favoritism has spread for centuries on end. So what we know of Argentina today. Now, I'm not saying that every Argentinian is racist, obviously not. But the country has developed a very bad reputation for racism. Unfortunately, we can't stop racism. We can only tame it. And the only way we can tame it is to make sure that the next generation is not infected with these illogical ideologies about certain races just because it's a preconceived notion among the general public. Forget just the next generation, just anyone who wants to learn more about other people, really. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. Please handle yourself accordingly when it comes to matters like this.
I know a lot of people have talked about this before, but I did not realize how racist Argentinians were until the World Cup came in. And in no way am I trying to shit on Argentina, because I've met great Argentinian people, and, you know, I'm a big Messi fan. But this is based off, like, my own personal experience. So me and my boy were out one time, and then we decided to sit down because we took a lot of steps. And at the time, I was wearing my Maradona jersey with his signature on it. And these 2 Argentinian guys came up to me asking me if I was Argentinian. And mind you, they had big smiles. Big smiles. And then I said, no, I'm from El Salvador, but I really love Argentina. And despite giving them the praise, their smiles completely disappeared. Like, what the fuck, bro? Dude, like, as soon as you hear that I'm Central American, and specifically Salvadorian, Boom, like smile completely disappears. Dude, and in my head I was like, did I say some shit about your mother for you to react that way? But now with the stuff that I'm hearing about them, it all adds up.